I'm gonna come here and do this little video talking about the face masks. I mean, it's not about a face mask, it's about makeup under the face mask. I don't know about you, but I do get this horrible smudged makeup under the mask, and then my mask looks like this, or even worse, you know, with a lipstick and all, if you're a lipstick wearer. So I thought I'm gonna do this video to show you how to do your makeup to keep it under a mask without it smudging or creasing, you know, anything like this. Plus, under the mask is hotter because you're breathing, you know, the condensation goes, so the makeup is tend to more like melt, if that's the right term to say. So I was trying different techniques on my super sensitive, oily, acne prone skin. Today my skin is not behaving well, you can tell how bad it looks. Alright, so there's loads of tips on how to keep your makeup without creasing, melting, looking cakey and so on, without wearing, you know, a facial covering or mask. But as masks are now like mandatory in most of the places, at least where I live, so I've been struggling a bit with my makeup, you know, caking and so on. So I came up with a few tips and tricks that works for my oily problematic skin, and I hope it's gonna work for you as well. So that's why I'm not wearing makeup, because we're gonna try and do makeup using all these tips. So first, what I recommend is always prep your skin, because your skin gonna be struggling more under the mask, obviously. Even it's like a new term now called acne or something like this, that you might get if your skin was already prone to acne because of mask. So the skin prep is the key. Always make sure your face been washed and moisturized. So obviously I wash my face prior this with a facial wash, then I moisturize. I've been obsessed recently with this face cream by Revolution Skincare, so I'll leave it to set in prior doing anything else. So once my skin is like completely dry, I'll go with another step. So when I go with a Superfruit replenishing essence spray, helps to moisturize skin as well. Although my skin is like super oily, moisturize is a key. Let's do this first. Oh my god, you guys, it smells so good. It smells like a vacay. The next thing I'm doing, I'm applying the primer. I would recommend to choose a primer that would suit the most your particular needs, your skin condition, your skin type, so whatever you need, you know, to minimize, to shrink your pores, to mattify, to blur a bit, or add more glow, more moisture. There's so many different primers to choose from. I'm going with Revolution Conceal and Fix mattifying primer, as this one works the best for me. Plus, not only it's gonna help with its issues for skin, but it's gonna make the foundation to appear more smooth and therefore last longer. So that's why I'm going with a primer, and I would strongly recommend for you to do too. Alright, now for the foundation, once again, try to pick the one that would, you know, suit the most your skin type and skin condition. But I would strongly recommend to pick a foundation that would have, you know, water base, because some foundations do have this like oil thing, like a bit of greasiness, and that would just make this lines from a mask. I don't know if you guys get it, but when a mask is on, like on this part, because it's kind of gonna crease in and separate the foundation, and we don't want that, obviously. Another thing, what is really important is how you're gonna apply the foundation. So don't go with your fingertips, because fingertips, as it's part of your body, is obviously warmer than, you know, the sponge or the brush would be. So it tends to melt the foundation. Although it might seem that, oh, it's actually good to apply the foundation because it blends kind of easy. But no, it's just gonna, you know, melt a bit, and then when you're gonna apply your face mask, face covering, it's just gonna look a bit cakey and separate it on. We don't want that once again. So make sure you're going with a beauty blender or with a brush. I'm gonna go with a makeup sponge because I just prefer that over a brush, but you know, whatever floats your boat. For my foundation today, I chose my current favorite that my skin loves, and I see it working for my oily skin. It doesn't look as oily during the day, and I don't need to blot it out as much. So this one is NYX Can Stop One Step Foundation. So what I do, I apply on my hand first. I don't go directly on the face, and then I'm just gonna dab the makeup sponge into it and tap it on the face. So I'm not gonna go doing this. It's just gonna separate the foundation all around, not giving us coverage. I don't know about you guys, but I do need a coverage. As you see, go in a tapping motion like this. Take your time if you need to, you know. Just don't go like this, because it's just gonna, you know, smudge your foundation all around, and it's gonna be already smudged prior even using the face covering or face mask, you know, so it's just gonna be a waste. Okay, let's do this. And then tap on the face. try to like really press it into your skin. Alright, so foundation is on. Next thing I like to do is to contour my face a bit, to highlight and contour using concealers. So my favorites are that I use a lot in my videos by Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealers in C2 and C12. I do prefer these concealers over any other concealer as it just doesn't crease, it stays nicely under eyes, it doesn't go into these little wrinkles, you know, like a laugh wrinkles. Just to lighten, and then I like to lighten this part. Once again, I'm going in a dabbing motion, not smudging or doing anything like that, just a dab. Okay, once we have a foundation and some concealer contour done, we need to set it all with a setting powder, and the reason why we're doing that is, it says in the name, it's in the title, to set it up. So it means your foundation, the liquid, wouldn't be moving because it will be, you know, set with a powder, liquid. So my two favorite setting powders that definitely work, at least for me who has super problematic oily skin, that skin that is just, you know. So my two favorite powders, one that I use and abuse on a daily basis is a Revolution Bake and Blot Translucent Setting Powder. This one is a pressed powder. Why I say use and abuse? Because look, I hit the pan, it's no more logo on, because it's constantly with me in my bag, wherever I go, whatever I do. I use it on a daily basis as well because it's just so good. I already purchased this so many times as well, you guys, you don't even know. Number one, I thought I'm gonna take one that is a loose powder. So this one is a Revolution Loose Setting Powder Infinite, the universal loose powder with niacinamide. So not only is gonna set your makeup, it's only gonna be helping your skin because it has niacinamide. Okay, so we're gonna use for that matter this powder, the Loose Infinite. Make sure always, obviously, when you're applying your makeup, you use brushes or sponges and the clean brushes, because that helps a lot as well. You might be thinking, oh, why I can't use the same brush, you know, as I used 3, 4, 5 days ago. A, is probably already full of germs. B, it has another makeup stuck on it. That means when you apply a new makeup, the clean fresh one that you're doing now, it's gonna stuck together with your old one, creating, you know, all the gunk and everything else can stuck on the top of it. Just imagine for a second. I'm sure you're gonna want to go and wash your brushes. So this setting powder, I'm not gonna go super heavily with that as we don't want a cake, we just want to set it. So I'm starting by dabbing under the eyes where I applied this concealer as I wanted to sit in a place all along very nicely. And then I'm gonna go and apply on the cheeks and under cheeks. Because we're wearing this mask, I don't want my foundation to move. Usually I would just set kind of, you know, T-zone where I get super oily, and then at this part where I applied concealer. But because we're wearing mask now, I'm gonna apply it all over our face. Okay, once you're done with setting powder, next step is to do some contour. Well, at least I love to contour, and for that I'm gonna actually use the Revolution Sculpting Bronzer in Cacao. And the reason I'm taking this is because it has the moisturizing cacao action, so it doesn't feel as dry on the skin. I mean, we just applied, you know, foundation and then the setting powder to set it all up, but I want my skin to be like feeling super dry, like, you know, you get with, at least my skin is so sensitive and I get this, that you can get after applying the powder on a powder, and it just feels kind of like a cake. So this sculpting bronzer actually helps with that issue. So I'm just gonna do a quick contour. For the blush, I'm just gonna go with a Tarte Ornate Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. And for the highlighter, because obviously we need highlighter, even when you're wearing a mask, you can still see highlighter popping, so we're just gonna definitely add. I'm using the Revolution Glass Black Eyes Illuminator. Alright, now bear with me, we're nearly done. Let's talk about lips. I do have this massive problem when wearing a mask, when my lipstick just smudges on a mask. That would be okay, especially if it's, you know, disposable mask, then it's fine. But it smudges on my face, which is not pretty when you take it off and you don't notice that and you just walk like that. So I'll show you how to avoid it. But first, let me just clean this. I'm just gonna use the simple biodegradable cleansing wipes. So for my lipstick, what I would recommend to avoid is any type of gloss. I mean, I naturally prefer the matte liquid lipsticks. I don't really like super glossy or anything. I do love this Revolution Sheer Brilliant gloss as it wasn't sticky. You know, like with some glosses, you can't wear it because if you have your hair down, it just goes. You know what I mean? I know this one by Revolution Pro Hydrating Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's not really matte, it's kind of in between of matte and gloss, kinda, because it's not super matte. So this one is nice as well because it's not sticky, although I still wouldn't wear this underneath a mask. I would rather go for something matte like these ones by the Varla Cosmetics, the Romantic Bear. These are matte liquid lipsticks, but man, okay, I can demonstrate actually. Whenever you apply this on, the second it dries, it's unmovable. It can stand off the battle. Another thing that I would really recommend, yeah, so avoid any, you know, glosses, anything that is, what is this? This one is NYX Slip Tease. So this is like super mega glossy liquid lipstick. It would just go smudging. It's not pretty, it's not gonna work. So go or for something like this, like, you know, that kind of liquid lipstick that is super proof everything. It probably would have even on a packaging say, you know, 12-hour wear, 24-hour wear. That's the thing you want to go for. Another thing I would recommend, I have so many things in here, so I'm just trying to see. Oh, you can try the lip stains as well. These ones are no smudge lip stains. Here you go. So you're looking for something that would have, you know, keywords like 24-hour wear, 12-hour wear, something like that, or no smudge. My favorite lipstick in general, even if I don't wear a mask, is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. So I have this one in a push-up. This one is more like a lip crayon. I do like this as is everything proof, like smudge proof, waterproof. It stays all day long on the lips. It's amazing. The only thing I don't really like about it, it tends to dry lips a bit, and you don't want to dry lips, right? So my favorite out of all lipsticks that I have, I use only cruelty-free, by the way, if you're wondering, is the NYX Lingerie Original, that matte liquid lipstick. So once it's on the lips and it dries off, you need to let it dry first. So it's like unbeatable. It will stay on the lips all day long. You can eat, you can drink, I don't know, smudge your lips. It's gonna stay on. But you need to let it dry first prior to doing anything. Let's just apply this lip on. Okay, so this makeup, you see, already dried. Yeah, this lip, it dries quite fast, but it doesn't dry lips. And with matte liquid lipsticks, it's quite a tricky thing. A lot of matte liquid lipsticks tends to dry lips as well. Another good one is by Stila, and it's called Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick. As I mentioned before, you're looking for these keywords where we say, you know, 24-hour, no smudge, stay all day. So this one is by Stila in a color Dolce. It has a little shimmer to it. That's why I think I don't use it too much, because I like my lips to be like super matte. It's a pretty color as well. If you don't have any matte liquid lipsticks that would say smudge proof and so on, the keywords that I said, go get yourself a lip coat. I don't even know, I think the brand is called Lip Coat. So if you do brow coat and lip coat, is the same brand. Brow coat is like a clear brow gel to keep brows in place. Works like magic. After that is like waterproof, smudge proof, life proof, and so on. And then they do this that you apply on the top of your lipstick. So same would be like, you know, put it on the top, leave it to dry, and then after, your lipstick magically is smudge proof and light proof. It wears all day long without any touch-ups. Last thing what I would highly recommend is to use a setting spray. I'm gonna use the NYX matte finish spray, and the reason is I think this is the best setting spray I tried by far, like so far. This is hands down the best. Okay, so let's just set the face and we'll be good to go. So because I'm wearing a mask now constantly, I use even more setting spray. So I'm gonna spray it extra generously and then just fan it for it, you know, to dry faster. And once the setting spray is dry, you're good to go. You're good to wear your face mask and it's not gonna smudge, you're not gonna have any marks. Let's just actually apply this on. So as you see, I have one that has one white side and a blue side, so I'm gonna go with white side inside so you can see better how it is. But I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Okay. So let's check how it looks before. Watch it closely. Applying a mask. How does that look, guys? So you see, when I'm talking, the mask kind of moves and rubs on a nose as well, and rubbing here. That takes mark over time for me, but okay. Let's see what we have. Is my nose okay? Do you see any mark on here? It's perfectly white. Nothing, not even, you know, on the nose part, because this part exactly where it rubs the most, and that's what I'm talking about, you guys. So no more smudgy makeup after you take your face mask off, and you know it's half on your mask, half somewhere in your face, not in the place you want to be. I really hope you guys find this video helpful and you're gonna go and use these tips while doing your makeup. If so, please don't forget first thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more, and I shall see you very soon. Stay safe, guys. Bye.